It's a video on checks. Point to line, pretty handy tool. So I just got a couple layers turned on here, some pads and some property lines. Let's go ahead and zoom in over here. If you want to know, say, the distance from that pad pointer over to the property line, first thing I'm going to do, go in here to my DXF. I'm going to hit my drop down button right here. And I got a couple layers on. I got the civil dash lot. We'll go ahead and turn those on, and you'll see it highlights the points for all of the lots. Actually, one of the other ones on. Let's go to this other one. That. All right, so select reference line or 2 points. If it's a continuous polyline and you click on this gray line right here for reference, it's going to highlight the whole big daddy there. Starts there, it goes around the whole thing and all that. So if you're over here and we'll go ahead and check it to actually select that line for reference. It's going to show you your station and offset no matter where you are around that line there. So you got your station right here, you got your offset there. Just keep in mind if it's a continuous polyline on what you're doing, because if you're wanting to look at, say, I don't know, maybe the distance from this corner over to there, it ain't really going to do that because it's going to go from here over to the nearest, basically the shortest perpendicular distance. So, yeah, show you what I mean here. So we'll pick, we'll zoom into this corner right here, and it's going to pop up and it's going to tell you that you got 20 feet. 20 feet over there. We're at station 2184.172. That is the distance basically from there all the way around that blue line to that house corner or pad corner, whatever, right there. And of course, your 20 foot is your value from there, square over to your thing. Now, what I was saying a minute ago about picking a continuous polyline like this for reference, like if you wanted to pick this one, it's going to go over to the nearest distance. So you're not going to get it to give you a value from there, from right there over square to that, because it's a continuous line. Anyhow, you can pick as many of these you want. It'll show them all pop up. If you pick 15 or 20 of them, they'll all do that. It's likely that you're probably going to want to do, we'll hit clear, and we'll hit point to line again here, and we will do 2 points. So it says select reference line or 2 points. You're probably going to do something closer to this. Let's zoom into the corner down here. I'm just zooming in because this thing has point nodes at every horizontal and vertical break. So I want to make sure I'm selecting the corner. So we'll pick that guy. That's our first point. It's our starting point. It's got the green flag there. And we'll zoom in over here on the other corner just so it selects this, basically this leg of this line, 86. If we check that now, no matter what you pick through here, even if it's wherever, it's going to give you all your station and offset for that. So, of course, you can go up through here like we did a minute ago, and you can pick your corners here. This is, of course, kind of basically just checking design stuff. It's 20.000, of course. So you can select them and check that, or if you want to do stuff on the fly, let's just say that maybe the house is already there, and you want to take your rover over here, and you go over here to the corner of the house and you check it, or you take a shot right here. You can say measure, and you can shoot all these corners of this thing just to make sure that you're not, your setbacks or whatever, you're not encroaching on the property lines, so on and so forth. So if you go through here and you shoot the actual edges of them, hopefully they're more like this, or hopefully they're perfect, but you get the point. Measure. It's going to do the same thing. It's going to give you your stations and offsets based on the line you selected. So 100.435 for station, and we got 18.985 for offset. Same thing there and there. You can shoot as many of these you want. So pretty good tool for checking things against alignment. We'll stick it out here and say measure, and measure, measure. There you go. Now, toolbox, save it for report. When you hit this save for report, it's only going to take a screenshot of whatever, how your screen's set up. So if you're zoomed in really, really, really far and you say, all right, cool, I took all my measurements and I do save for report, you're just going to have a goofy looking deal here. It's just a picture that doesn't really show you anything. So you can zoom out, or you can turn some of this other stuff off if you don't want to see all that garbage on the screen there, and save for report. Now you can see some stuff. If you want to, you can reorient the screen by hitting this button. It's a little bit more challenging this way because you're really rotating in full 3D mode. So if you're trying to line this up to where you got I did not mean to hit that. To get everything along that line, you might want to do something like the following. You can go into your eye and you can say orientation, and we're going to do line here. So we're going to say line, and basically whatever line you choose, it's going to align it straight up and down the screen here. So if you pick, say, let's do this. We'll do 2 points. We'll pick one down here, that guy, and we'll pick one right here, that guy. That's what we want. Start there and there, check. And what it does, it rotates your screen around that way. So it displays all your stuff in a more landscape format, and you can see more data on the screen. So now if you say toolbox and save for report, it looks a little bit cleaner for you, and you can see, you know, your first one, second one, third one. You got your whole line on there. It ain't squished on this portrait style deal. Just a little tip there. If you want to put it back, you can hit I and you can say orientation and northeast, southwest. We'll flip it back to north. Now we're back basically due north. So just a tidbit of information there. If you do, if you save it, you can save it. It'll do the screenshot there. Now, if you go home and you do reports and you do checks, it's going to do the same deal there. Point to line, check, check, and it's whatever we just basically named it there. You can select it and check it. This just doesn't support it on here, but on the real actual controller, it will send that out into your internal memory or your thumb drive, and you can look at it and you can send that stuff out. So pretty handy for just checking stuff on the fly as you move around against an alignment. I mean, you can do that with storm pipe if you wanted to, or whatever, property lines, building corners, just checking to make sure you don't have anything screwed up, anything and everything really. So pretty handy tool. Just there it is. If you got any questions, let us know.